Oh, sorry. Didn't notice you there. Welcome to another episode of Reading Fanfiction in My Bathtub. My name is Dixie Normus, and today we're going to continue reading Face the Strange by Unbeaten Duck. We're going to pick up where we left off at Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Shadow and Dally were talking in the Great Hall when all of a sudden a cheetah ran in at warp speed, barreling through chairs and people in a frantic rush of hurry. "Shadow! Dally!" shouted the cheetah. Suddenly it turned back into Carla. She's an animograph and can turn into a cheetah. Something is going upstairs. Shadow put them all on his back because he's fastest, even faster than the leopard, and they ran upstairs and busted Dumble's door, just in time to see him unzipping his pants. "No! Edward!" Dally shouted. She loved Edward and would never see him get hurt. She ran at Dumbledore and headbutted him. He flew black into the wall and fell into his phoenix, and they both exploded into thin air. "Fuck! We lost him!" exclaimed Draco. "We have to get the bastard fired from Hogwarts." The three of them matted downstairs to Professor McGonagall's orifice and demanded an interview. She opened the doorway to her chamber and said, "Come in, dearest Stunts. What can I ask you in?" "We need to get a certain pedophile fired from this place," said Harry. "He tried to rape some students, including me." "Oh no, don't worry, thought I have it all taken care of," she said, and bamfed them out. A week later a blog was posted booted in the bathrooms that said, "A teacher has been fired to improper acting against a student. This teacher is Professor Umbridge." "What?" They all mounted in unicorns. "They fired the wrong teacher." "Wait, keep reading," said Shadow the Hedgehog. It said more. "There is a new teacher to be hired in place of this one, and his name is Jack Skeleton." "Yay," I said. "Professor Skeleton will know what to do. Let's go to his class and tell them about that faggot Dumbledore." They wailed over and came into his office. He was very skinny and had a skull for a head and no eyes, but teeth on them. "Hello, students. What can I help you with?" he asserted. "Dumbledore is gay," blurted Edward. "Well, students, there is nothing wrong with being gay," he said. "I am a bisexual myself." "No, but he tried to finger us," said Draco. He turned blue a little because he was embarrassed. Draco is straight. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. "Oh fuck," said Jack. They exclaimed to his whole story, and he said, "Don't worry, I will take acres of this. Just go to your room and sleep for tonight. Until then, Incest Dumbledore is not here, and there are no rules." So they left and went to their rooms except for Dally and Hiei, who hung out outside where their dorm rooms started. "Did you hear what Professor Skeleton said?" Hiei asked. "I know you were mad at me, but there are no rules, and maybe I can make it up to you." "How would you do that?" Dally asked. Just then he pushed her against the Ravenclaw satellite and began to kiss her gastrically. She put her tongue in his mouth and felt his teeth. He cut his tongue on her fangs and the blood tripped down his chin. He was turned on by it, and suddenly Dally felt something against her. "Hiei, is that your wand?" she asked. "No, that is my penis, Dally," he said. "OMG, you are so huge. You're like 6 inches, she shouted, gasping for breath. "No, I am 6 inches flaccid. Right now I have a boner, so I am 10 inches, he said. Della was at a loss for words. She was a virgin and did not know about dicks, and it was her first time having a penis. "Let's go to your room," said Hiei. "I want to have sex with you." So he said the password and went into Ravenclaw and went into Dally's bedroom. A couple Ravenclaws were like, "Dally, what is he doing here?" But she turned Hiei into a broom with her powers as a mutant, so they didn't notice anymore. Then she unturned him back into a Hiei when they got onto her bed. They started kissing and taking their clothes off. "Do you have a birth control?" asked Dally, as he started to put it in. "No, I didn't think to bring some," he said, frowning, but he kept doing it. "Hiei, please, I don't want to have a baby." "You can get pregnant even from your first time," she said, kissing him and moaning as he went faster and faster. "It will be okay. You can just use your power to turn my cum into water, and then it won't be babies," he said as he started to titty-fuck her. Her boobs were so huge they could wrap around his wiener like bumblebees. "That sounded like a good idea," she said as he splurted on her neck. Then he flipped her over and started rubbing himself on her back. "I can also use my powers to turn stuff into kinky sex toys." So they continued, but just as Chapter 1, Edward was watching from the darkness. He used his vampire powers to turn into a bat, and they didn't notice him fly in. He was angry. He was Tumors. He was so mad at both of them that he used his wizard powers to turn the water back into cum. He would have his revenge. We're going to leave it at that for now, children, but stay tuned next week for another episode of Face the Strange. I'm Dixie Normus, and this has been reading fanfiction in my bathtub. Thank you.